Blade of Woe is something completely different. This comes from the Dark Brotherhood skill line. If you guys have that unlocked, then you can use it. And look at that. That's what I was talking about. So it says it's a treasure. It's not an actual item or anything. It's a green item. It's worth 100. We're going to go ahead and take that. Welcome back to the Chaos. I am ChaosEclipse. Today we are going to be looking at ESO, and we are going to be looking at leveling the Legerdemain skill line. So first of all, I am in Abba's Landing, which is in Hughesbane. This is where the Thieves Guild is. Now, Thieves Guild and Legerdemain are not the same thing. They have a lot of the same things, and they will level together a lot easier, which is why I'm here, because I want to show you guys exactly where we're at. So this is inside, like I said, of Abba's Landing, inside the den. You're looking for this symbol here, or you can use the one outside. I prefer to come to the one inside just because, honestly, I don't even think I've ever been to the one outside. But there's also a bounty board and everything here. Once you get to a high enough level, here is your bounty board. This will unlock once you hit a certain level in your Thieves Guild. But if you come in here, and we came here in a previous video when I was unlocking the skills. So if you guys want to experience that from the very beginning, go ahead and watch that video. Click on playlists. If I remember, I'll put it in the video, link for it. But if I don't, then just click on playlists and look for Elder Scrolls Online, and you can find it in there. But anyway, so if you come here, you'll end up doing a quest line that will lead you to the Thieves Guild. Here you can see here, this just like any outlaw refuge. You have your fence. Somewhere around here there's a money lender. You'll have a merchant. The only difference is in here you also have your main story quests. So for the Thieves Guild, you can do from this board, and then there's also an NPC. You can see there, the NPC is up over here. This is the actual storyline, wherever they're at. It says they're below, so down there. Here. You can talk with this person with that symbol above their head. This will be the main storyline for the Thieves Guild. I will be doing this, but I'm going to be doing it offline. So the reason why, oh, and there's another, is it here? I think there's another bounty board right here that will end up giving you dailies once your Thieves Guild is so high. So we're talking about the Legerdemain skill line. The reason why we're here at the Thieves Den is because, like I said, they work hand in hand. So to level your Legerdemain, which if we go in here and we look at Legerdemain, you can see mine is already level 6. It has improved hiding, it has light fingers, it has trafficker, locksmith, and kickback. You can look at what they do there. I'm not going to read each one of them, but pause the video, go ahead and read those if you like. And then if you look at Thieves Guild, which is only level 2 for me, they have some pretty good passes you're going to want as well that work hand in hand with the Legerdemain. Like this one here, if you get caught, it'll reduce your heat, your bounty. The haggling, when you're selling fence items, that'll make it worth more, but obviously I don't have it unlocked because it's required for level 3. And then you do have a few other things that, like I said, will help you as well. Go ahead and pause and read those if you'd like. But we can also go to the champion tree here. You can go over to your crafting, and there are a few in here that we talked about before as well that will help you. You can see here this will increase the quality of items you find in treasure chests. Treasure chests are any of the chests that you're going to open, including locked ones, unless that's changed, so you can do that. There is also the amount of gold that you can find in safe boxes and everything, gold gained per stage. There's also this here, which helps with your bounty. There is this here, which increases the value of fence items. So make sure you guys look at this tree. There's a lot of stuff in here that will also help with it. As far as leveling it, though, if we take a look at the Legerdemain, there are, let me see, 1, 2, I want to say at least 3 different ways to level it. First of all, to unlock it, it is very simple. There's actually 2 ways to unlock it. One of them, I'll be honest, I don't remember. The easiest way to unlock it, find any NPC that's not here in the Thieves Guild. Find any NPC out in the open world that is either white or yellow. What I mean by that is they'll have like a white or yellow glow around them. Let me see if I can find one here real quick. All these NPCs are going to be out there somewhere, so give me a second here. We're going to run out here. Let's see if we can find... So this NPC here, I won't be able to do it with him because he's too close. I can't get behind him. But technically you can. So what I'm talking about is pickpocketing. Any NPC that you can pickpocket, let's try this one. Any NPC that you can pickpocket, so if you come over to them, you'll hide behind them. You can see here it gives me the option to pickpocket. It says he's aware right there when it's not letting me pickpocket. It says pickpocket aware, so we're not going to actually do it because we will end up getting caught by him. But if you get close enough, you can see here that it has a 55% chance, and then it'll also increase to an 80% chance. That's not always the case. That guy's going to get caught. It's going to be funny. No, he's not even going to do it. You can increase that through the skill lines as well, as far as how high your chances of pickpocketing. It just depends on the character. It depends on if they're aware or not. So like this person here, probably not aware. If you can, I don't know why this guy's following me. If you can find someone that's like doing something different, or not different, but like an actual activity, like maybe this person, let's see, nope, they say aware too. I think most of the ones here in Abba's Landing are going to be aware anyway, because this is a thieves place area. But if you're in another area and you find like an NPC that's off sweeping or something like that, or farming, like on a farm or something, most of the time those ones will say, they just won't say that they're aware. So you can actually steal from them the minute that you pickpocket someone. Doesn't matter who, even if you fail, I believe what it'll do is it will give you access to that skill line. So it says too far. They're aware too. Yeah, see, so everyone here I believe is going to be aware. So we probably don't want to do it here. Where is right out there? So we probably don't want to do it here, but any person that you pickpocket from will eventually unlock the skill line. Once you have the skill line unlocked, you can then level it without even having the Thieves Guild. If you do have the Thieves Guild, you'll probably want to level them hand in hand, because the dailies that the Thieves Guild gives you, or the quests that you're doing for the Thieves Guild, will involve a lot of stuff that you need to do to level your Legerdemain. So the Legerdemain, there are, like I said, probably about 3 different ways to level it. The first way is pickpocketing. Same way that you unlock it, it is pickpocketing. So every time you pickpocket, you're going to be leveling the skill line. It's going to level very slowly off of pickpocketing, but it does help. When you pickpocket, you'll also be getting items that you can sell to a fence, or you can launder them, meaning that they will be a usable item and you can sell it to a regular vendor. That is the only way that you can sell stolen items to a regular vendor or use a stolen item, is if you launder them. Which brings me to the next way that you can actually level it. So leveling your Legerdemain, which will also level your Thieves Guild if I'm not mistaken as well, is by laundering and selling fence items. So if you come into a place like this, which we were in the last video, and you're stealing an item, so if I come in here, I steal this, it's only worth 40. Up in the top right, you can see it says bind on pickup, and it's a stolen item. To launder it, you'll have to go to a down into a refuge, an outlaw refuge, and you will have to launder it. You'll find the fence there. You can launder the item there, which will make it a non-stolen item. You can either sell it for the same amount, or you can just sell it as the stolen item to the fence. When you sell the item, that is what gives you the XP for that that stealing. Stealing the item itself is not. So like I want this because it's a green item. It's only worth 47, but wait till it says hidden, steal it. I stole it. You can see there it says stolen, blah blah blah. That does not level your Legerdemain. It helps you, and it's initially what you need to do, but that's not how you level the Legerdemain. Leveling it, like I said, specifically has to be either you selling it, or to a fence specifically, or you laundering the item. Only then will you actually get XP out of it towards your Legerdemain. So like this item here that I just got, that recipe, if I come in here, you can see it's something that I don't have. It does say use to learn. me learning it, I just lost any XP towards my Legerdemain that would have given me. But I got a new recipe, so I don't really care about that. I just want to see real quick if we can find another green item, at least one other one. Probably not though, because our Legerdemain and our Thieves Guild, neither one are high. You will find better items when your Legerdemain is increased. So any stuff that I'm finding right now is probably going to be either white or green. It's going to be very rare to find a purple, and it'll be very rare to find a blue, and it'll be even more rare to find a purple. In the last video, I actually did find a purple one, though. You guys can go and see that. Green ones are usually worth 100 gold to a fence. Blue ones are worth 250, and then the purple jumps all the way to 1500. Now, there are some that are different because, like, you've seen the green item that I found, which was a dagger. It was only worth 47. That's because it's a weapon. It's not just like a normal item that you can well, it is a normal item that you can sell, but it's not a normal stolen item. Normal stolen items are just like things that would be like if you're stealing in real life, like a vase or a painting or something like that. That's a green item. Those are worth 100. Usually when it's a weapon, it just has an odd number. I don't know why they do that. Probably because of the material that it gives you, if you decide to break it down, because you can break down stolen items. I'm not really sure. But coming down in here, any outlaw refuge you can do this in. You have to come down in here, you'll find the fence. So we take a look around, we're going to look for a fence. There's one right there. This person here. Sometimes they will have two of them around. You can usually find more than that. Well, not more than that, sorry. Yeah, so here's the second one. Sometimes you'll only find one, but most of the time it's usually two. Doesn't matter which fence you come to. Here's a money lender. That is not a money lender, it's just a bank. But you'll look for the fence and you will go to store. If you have a bounty, you can clear your bounty. Here you can see that I can sell this item. At the top, where it says sell, and then it says player capacity, it says gold, and then it says items sold. It says 0 of 110. That means that I can only sell 110 items per day to this fence. Launder, if I decided I want to use this Void Steel Dagger, or I want to sell it to another person by putting it into a guild trader or something like that, I would need to launder it. Launder it just takes that stolen marker off of it. My suggestion would be to go and load up on nothing but green items if you're low level. If you can't find any green ones, then go ahead and do white ones as well. They will both give you XP. But come in here and sell them. The reason why I say to sell them is because you can launder them if you want, but I would say only launder items that you plan on using. So one of the things that I could have done with that recipe, I could have laundered it first and then still used it, which would have given me the recipe still, already learned, and then it would have given me XP towards the Legerdemain skill line. So that's what I should have done with it. I wasn't thinking, but that's what you should do with those. The reason why I say to sell the items first is because if you're stocking up on a whole bunch of green items, you'll eventually come across recipes or things that you may want to sell in a guild trader. Those ones are the ones that you're going to want to launder. If you're done for the day and you already sold all 110 items, but you still have 110 of the laundered items that are open, launder anything you find. Doesn't matter. Even the white items, launder them. It's going to cost you money to launder them. So selling it, we will get 47 gold. If we launder it, it's going to cost us 47 gold. So just be careful with that because you will get low on money laundering a whole bunch of items, but it is worth it. After you launder the item, then you can go and sell it to an NPC, a normal NPC. So if we launder this for 47, we're going to go ahead and do it. It's called the Void Steel Dagger. It's green. I'm just trying to remember the item because I might have similar items in my inventory. So we're going to launder this. It's going to cost 47 gold. There we go. After laundering it, what we can do is we can go and sell it to a normal NPC. What I mean by a normal NPC is we're going to go up to the top and we're just going to find any type of merchant, just something away from the Outlaw's Refuge. I've never tested this before, I'll be honest. We're going to see if it still sells for 47 or if it's worth more or less. So, but either way, I would think it's probably the same. If it's the same, then you're not really losing money. You just have to have the initial money to launder it to begin with. But we're going to go test that right now. And there's no NPC there. Wait. Is there really no NPC here? Because there's a chest right there. Oh, it's a trunk. Hey, look at that. Why is all this stuff here and it's not... I mean, I don't care. Free items, I guess, but none of it's locked or anything, which is weird. Anyway, so let's see. There is a banker. Here's a merchant. So we're going to come up to the merchant. We're going to go to store. We're going to click over to sell, and we're going to look for that void steel dagger, which is... It's probably down towards the bottom. Nope, there it is. 47. So it is still 47, so we can sell it back to them, get our money back, and not worry about anything. But like I said, you still have to have the 47 gold initially just to launder it and sell it to them. Laundering them is what gave you the XP towards your Legerdemain. I want to be very clear on that. I know I keep saying it, but like I said, I want to be very clear on that. The other way to level your Legerdemain is to pick locks. There are 4 types of locks. You have a simple lock, an intermediate lock, an advanced lock, and a master lock. Each one will give you more XP. So if you're just doing the simple lock, I believe it's 1 XP. The intermediate is 2. The advanced, I believe, is either 4 or 6, and then the master lock is 8. So it doesn't sound like much, but if you're doing a whole bunch of lock picking, even stores or buildings like this, let's look around, make sure there's no NPCs coming, look for a guard, anything like that, because if you get caught lockpicking, that will give you a bounty. So we're going to go ahead and lockpick this here. It's an intermediate one. Now at the bottom, you can see it says force lock 10%. When you're trying to level your Legerdemain, you don't want to force locks. Even if you can do it, you don't want to do that. The reason for that is because if you force the lock, it doesn't count as you doing the lock normally. It'll count. It'll count as you like breaking the lock, so it's not going to give you an XP towards that.
You should leave.
Like I said,
it's good for you.
Okay, she's aware, so we're not going to be able to steal from her, but that's fine. We can check some of the stuff here. Eventually, they will call the guards on you, so just try to be quick if you do actually break into a house and you're looking around like this. There's a lockbox that I want to look at. She's going to... Okay, so we're just going to take her out. We're going to come behind her. We're going to use Blade of Woe. Blade of Woe is something completely different. This comes from the Dark Brotherhood skill line. If you guys have that unlocked, then you can use it. And look at that. That's what I was talking about. So it says it's a treasure. It's not an actual item or anything. It's a green item. It's worth 100. We're going to go ahead and take that. The guy downstairs, he's aware, but he doesn't know that we killed her. He doesn't know anything else. He's not up here, so we can go ahead and pick this lock now. The Blade of Woe did not give me any XP towards the Legerdemain. I want to be clear on that as well. Here's some gold and another green item. Like I said, stealing these items did not give me any XP towards it. Picking the lock gave me XP towards it, but not stealing the items. We do have to go and actually either launder those or we have to sell them to the fence.
Whatever you're
and
selling,
him we are going to take out as well. I'm just trying to get behind him here so we can use our Blade of Woe like so. And now we don't even have to hide because there's no more people around here. We can just take that. We can look through all of these just while we're standing. The way I like to do it, like I said, is I like to look for actual green items. If it's not a green item, I don't want to take it. If you're just trying to rush your Legerdemain and you want to level it fast, then take everything. I don't care if it's white, whatever, it doesn't matter, because I'm pretty sure that fencing an item, regardless if it's purple, blue, anything like that, it still gives you the same amount of levels. Like, it still gives you the same amount of XP when you fence it or launder it. The only reason I'm taking the green ones is because I plan on selling those and I want to make some more money off of them. So let's see if we can steal from this person. Okay, it just says too far. It doesn't say they're aware or anything. It's only a 45% chance, so we're not going to do it. I usually do anything that's like 75% chance or higher. Here is a simple lock. You can pick that one for 1 XP. Like I said, what you want is the intermediate and higher, probably advanced and master, the two that you should be looking for, but anything like that works. The other way that you can Actually, I guess I went over all of them. Because I said there were 3 ways. So the first one is lock picking. Any lock picks. Second way is either laundering or selling the items, and then the third way is doing stuff for the Thieves Guild, because the Thieves Guild will take you to either sell stuff or break into places, and all of that is going to be giving you XP as well. So that's the best way to level your Legerdemain. The reason why you want to do this is because, take a look here, I believe it either maxes out at, let me see. I'll tell you right now what it maxed out at, because if we look at the last one,
if it isn't the scourge of
well, it says we need a skill point. It doesn't say the level. So if that one's level 8, I'm assuming these 2 are probably higher. So I would have said 10, but if level 2 for Trafficker is level 8, it probably maxes out at 20. The higher your Legerdemain is, the higher the items are in value that they're going to be worth. So where we're normally finding green and white items, those are going to start being blue, they're going to start being purple. Purple's still pretty rare even with a maxed out character, but you'll get a ton of blue items. And that works with the Legerdemain. I don't think the Thieves Guild has any effect at all on your quality of items that you're going to be stealing. But I would still say to level the Thieves Guild, because you will get stuff like the one that we were doing here, the Swiftly Forgotten, which will decrease your heat and your bounty after a short period of time. And then you'll also get this one, which is stolen items sold at a fence are worth 2% more. Obviously you can do that 4 times, so that'll end up being 8%. Unless it jumps, maybe it'll go to like 10%. You also do have Clemency, which can be used once per day. It'll remove any bounty you have. Well, it won't remove the bounty, it'll just, the guards will just ignore you. They'll try to capture you, and when you use Clemency, they'll be like, okay, we'll let you go this time, and they just let you go. But that can only be used once per day. It doesn't clear your bounty, they just let you go, and they let you offhand. So literally, if you run away from that guard, it'll work for a minute. It'll have a cooldown for 24 hours, so you can't use it for, like I said, a full day. But if that minute goes by and you get caught by another guard, you can't use it again. So you'll be screwed at that point. You either have to pay or run. This one here will help with an escape route. So this will give you a footpad that'll appear when you're being chased. It says while you're in combat, but basically it's when you're being chased by a guard or anything. It'll automatically give you a footpad, but the footpad isn't always there. I think, like I said before, I've only seen it once. And then this one here does help as well. It'll decrease your detection range of witnesses and guards, and it's less likely for them to notice any criminal actions that you're doing. So Thieves Guild you're going to want, like I said, there is dailies in there. Legerdemain you get by pickpocketing. That's how you unlock it. And then once you do that, then you'll want to start getting things like this, which will help with your increased sneaking. This will help you pickpocketer at higher levels. This one here is one of the main ones that you do want to get. Like I said, right now you can steal 110 items. I think it goes up to 140 or 160, somewhere around there. And when you increase this, I think it also increases your laundering. So right now we're at 110 of each. I think we were at 90 before. When you increase that, they will both go up to a higher item. So that, in a nutshell, is your Legerdemain. If there's anything that you guys did not understand, anything that you guys have questions about, please let me know. The main thing is you want to be stealing items mainly for gold, but in my last video I mentioned this. It is also a very, very good source for you to get recipes, patterns, anything that's learnable. So like patterns or diagrams for furniture, recipes for provisioning, and motifs for learning your different styles. So like if you're trying to look for like a Dwemer style or something like that, you may come across a Dwemer motif that you can then learn. If that is something that you come across, like I said in the previous one, what you'll probably want to do with that, just to maximize what you're getting out of it, is probably launder it first and then learn it. Because if you launder it first, that's going to be XP towards your Legerdemain, and then you can still learn it. So where is this stupid place at? And if you don't feel like doing a whole bunch of stuff, like waiting for the greens and all that, and you want to just level your Legerdemain, like I said, best way to do that is literally to just steal everything, including the white items, if you're not worried about your gold or whatever, and just go ahead and sell everything. Save the laundering for last, because if there is blueprints or anything you find, you'll want to launder those first and then sell them, or launder them first and then use them. That way, like I said, you're maxing out the Legerdemain XP that you're getting. So all of these, I don't care about laundering them. If I launder them, I'll get XP towards laundering them, but I won't get XP when I sell them. That's why I said don't do it with these, but these we can sell. That's 300 easy gold that we just got. So, and then like I said, the blue ones are worth 250, purple are worth 1500. The majority of the time, I think I found some that are maybe worth 1,000. But yeah, easy way to make money. Last thing, just want to give an update with this character. So the crowns that I used to have, you can see here I only have 2,400. I had 12,400. I ended up buying this guy here, who is, they were 5,000. They are a bank basically, so it helps when I'm stealing items if I need to put some stuff up. And then I also bought this one here. If I need to sell items, this one is basically a merchant. These can also, these two specifically, because I don't know if all of them do it, I don't think all of them do it. These two specifically can be used by other people if they are in your group. So if you are running a dungeon and you need to sell some items and someone else does too, you can pull out your trader one here and everyone can use it real quick. I don't think you can repair your stuff with him. I'm not sure though. It's definitely helpful. And then if you have another character or something that you guys also might want to look forward to, is this character here. This one you get for, it's a fence that you can pull out on the go. I did not pay for this one. They will fence your items, but as you can see, it says right there, it's a smuggler's fee, 35%. So they're going to take 35% of whatever you're selling the item for, which isn't always good, so I don't use her too much. But you obtain her by actually completing the Thieves Guild skill line. I did it on another character. I haven't even done the Thieves Guild on this one. As you've seen, my Thieves Guild is very low, but if you do complete it, it is available on your character, on all of your characters that are associated with that account. So that's how I have her. If I'm ever in a pinch and I need to just sell items real quick instead of coming to the Outlaws, I might end up using her. That's why I quick slotted her, but more than likely I won't. Other than that, I think that is going to be it. Do me a favor, if you guys learned anything, if this was helpful, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell icon, which will let you know every time I post videos. Other than that, thanks again, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.